Hello and welcome to Healthy Cooking, Shopping for Life. Today we're going to learn how to make jams, jellies, and preserves. My name is Aleda Gordon and I'm here with Jeffrey Wells, who is an expert on making jams, jellies, and preserves. So he will share that information with us.
Yes, hello. We're going to make some apricot jam today. You find your apricots at the store seasonally, or if you have a tree in your yard or your friends do, you can go pick your own, which is what I do at Adams Acres. But
okay.
And you take 4.5 cups of apricots.
And that's without the pits, right?
Right. You process them. You take the pits out. You take 4.5 cups of the apricots, and then you take 1 package of pectin. Thank you. It can be MCP, or it can be Sure Gel, or Certo, which is a liquid pectin. And
that can be found either at the warehouses or grocery store.
Yes.
Right. Does it matter which type to use?
It's all a matter of preference, but what the pectin is used for is to thicken the jams and jellies so that it's more spreadable and it's not syrup.
So it will end up looking like this.
Yes.
All right. Wonderful.
You take 1 package of pectin and you pour it in with the apricots. And every fruit is different. There is a recipe pamphlet in each package of your pectin, and it will tell you exactly how much fruit to how much pectin to use.
Okay.
And how much sugar.
Okay.
Because the amount of pectin, natural pectin that's in fruit, on how much pectin you will use to solidify the fruit.
So if I put in pectin and don't want to put in a lot of sugar because I know the fruit has natural sugar, can I do that?
Yes, there are actually pectins that are low sugar or no sugar.
Okay, great.
So you just apply you put that in and do the same steps. You just do not use as much sugar. And you remember, follow the instructions, because every fruit is different.
That's right. Very good. Very good.
You put the pectin in along with your fruit, and then you bring the fruit and the pectin mixture to a rolling boil.
Okay. Okay.
And 1 package of pectin to 4.5 cups of apricots for this recipe, or 3.5 pounds.
So can I, when I process the apricots, I take out the pit, I take out the skin, can I blend it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
I like it more rustic.
Oh, okay.
And with little chunks of fruit in it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
So I just cook it down myself.
Oh, okay.
And it will cook down to a nice consistency.
Okay.
But you will have larger chunks of fruit.
Okay.
In it. So as we're going, we continue to cook it. It probably takes between 20 and 35 minutes to bring to a boil at this point. Stirring continuously so that you don't burn the fruit, because there is a lot of sugar in it, and it will burn.
Okay.
Okay, and then when it comes to a boil, you will take the sugar, which I've measured the 4 pounds of sugar that comes in the package, and it comes to 8.5 cups.
Right.
Okay, so you take the 8.5 cups, or depending on the recipe.
Oh, okay. Some recipes call for less sugar.
Right.
Okay, great.
And then you add the sugar to the mixture, when it has come to a rolling boil and you cannot stir the boil down, the bubbles keep coming up, then you add the sugar.
Okay.
And you cook and bring it back to a rolling boil. Some pectins will tell you that you need to stir, after it comes to a boil, you need to stir it for an additional minute to 4 minutes.
Okay.
For the pectin to set.
Okay. So it's important to follow the recipe as is.
Yes, it is very important,
Okay.
or else you will wind up with syrup instead of jelly.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. So tell us about this spoon that you have here. It's an interesting spoon.
This spoon was given to me by my grandmother. She always used to make jams and jellies, and she taught me that if you have to walk away from your pot, to put the spoon over the pot and it will never boil over.
Wonderful. That's a good tip. I didn't know that. See, you learn something new every day.
It's pretty cool.
Yes.
And it works wonderful for preserves.
Okay. Experience spoon. Okay. So once that is all boiled, what's the next step?
Then we take the jars, whichever size jars you want. There's quart jars, there's half pint jars, there's pint jars, wide mouth, whichever your preference. And you will take the lids and you will put them in boiling water for 5 minutes to soften up the seal and to sterilize the lids.
So you don't have to do the jar?
If your jars are not sterile, you take them and you boil them for 5 minutes.
Okay, all right.
And so that you have a sterile environment for when you put your jam in the jar, so that the bacteria will not, there won't be an issue with bacteria. I know a lot of people worry about that these days. But remember, the reason why you're putting sugar in the in your preserves is to inhibit bacterial growth.
That's right.
So the environment is not conducive to
bacteria growth
in the first place.
Very good.
And I don't have.
So the amount that you have here, how many jars would you fill?
This would make approximately 8 pints, or 16 of these.
Okay, so you have enough to share with the family.
Oh, sure.
All right.
That's exactly what we do. We produce it and we take it back to Wisconsin.
Oh, really?
Where they don't get the apricots and the orange. I make marmalade also, and take it back there to my family reunion.
Oh, okay, great, awesome.
And this is the finished product for the apricot, and we have.
This looks great.
We have a couple of others.
Oh, what's this?
This is raspberry mulberry.
Oh, nice. And how long, once you do this, how long does it last? A year, 2 years, 3 years? How long you can keep this for?
Truthfully, it will keep for a long time.
Okay.
If the seal breaks, then you have to worry about it. But if the seal is not broken, say 4 or 5 years.
Really? Wow. Okay. That's awesome.
The supermarkets have Best Buy dates and things like that don't mean that the product is bad. It just means that the flavor isn't as wonderful.
It deteriorates.
Right.
Right. All right. So now, when you make this for your family, how long does it last? Does it really last?
It lasts about 6 months. You don't have to
it's
make
so
more.
good. Yes, it's so good. Okay.
Yes. In fact, we could try some here.
Oh, we definitely can try some.
Okay.
All right, good. Now, so once we get this done, when we fill the jars, do we keep it in a refrigerator? Where do we store it?
When you put the lids on the jars and you fill the jars, you set them out to the side, and then you wait for them to pop, because you'll hear a pop on each one of them.
Okay.
And that means the vacuum has been created and it is sealed.
Okay.
If it does not seal, then you can put them in a water bath for boiling for 5 to 10 minutes, sometimes up to 20.
Okay, for it to seal.
And then pull it out and sit it, and it will seal.
Okay.
If not, if you want, then you can just, if it's not sealed, you can put it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
And eat that one first.
Okay. So once it's sealed, everything went well with the sealing. Do I need to refrigerate it or
put it in a cool, dark place?
Cool, dark place. Okay.
Until needed.
Until needed. Oh, okay. All right. Wonderful.
Which doesn't take long at my house, so.
I understand. That'll be my house too. Okay. So today we learned how to make jam, jellies, and preserve. And we learned that we can buy the pectin from different stores. We also learned how to make it and store it and make sure it is sealed, and that it has a shelf life up to 5 years if it lasts that long in your house. So, Mr. Wells, thank you for your information.
Thank you for having
me. And
me.
we definitely would like to try the jelly.
Yes.
Which one would you like to taste?
And any one of them. That's up to you guys.
Okay, let's try the peach one, the peach apricot there.
Okay. That's your well.
Oh, that looks so good. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
And it tastes wonderful.
Oh yeah, we're gonna taste it right now. I'm sure it does.
Thank you.
Bon appetit.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That is good. If I do say so myself.